So now we're going to talk about what a tonic feels like, okay? Because this is a really important aspect of what a tonic is and why I made this course to dive into just this one simple topic of a tonic, because it's really about how it feels when we arrive at the tonic. Now, if we have, let's say, this E chord, which in the key of E major would probably be expressed as an E7 chord. Pretty much all the chords built off the fifth scale degree of a major scale are dominant, we say, and that's written out, dominant chords are written out just with a 7. If we were to play an E7 and we were to resolve to an A, that's probably the most common chord resolution that there is. From the 5 chord, we say, to the 1 chord. In this case, I'm not going to get so much into the numbering. I, again, have another course that's all about numbering chords using numerals. And I'll try to refrain from doing that too much so I can stay on topic here. But the E7 resolves to the A, and the A feels like home base. Now, if we were to say, take F sharp, right? So now we're taking this, and we are resolving to B. The F sharp is going to resolve, especially if we made it into an F sharp 7, which we would be permitted to do, certainly in B Dorian. Then the first chord progression here, E7 to A, that's kind of a traditional tension to resolution that feels like A is our home base. The second one, F sharp 7 to B, is something that kind of, it could certainly happen in the key of B. In fact, it could happen in a lot of keys, but if we were to do it and the rest of our melody, the music had the feel, contained the notes of B Dorian, then this would be sort of a Dorian resolution where the F sharp 7 resolves to B. So the feeling of the tonic chord and the tonic note of a specific scale or mode feels like you arrive at home base. And you can do an exercise, you can run this test on your own with your instrument at home. Whatever you play, you can pull it out and you can play an E7 followed by an A chord. And you'll hear how the E7 creates this tension that resolves to the A, or F sharp 7 has tension that resolves to B. Now you could take that resolution F sharp 7 to B and you could noodle over it with the key of A major, but what you'd hear is the resolution to B, and it would make all those notes feel and sound much more like B Dorian. Even though they're the notes from A major, they now feel like B Dorian because B is our home base. B is the place where we are resolving. So that's the feel. Just to take it one step further, if we were to have in Phrygian mode, we were to take that G sharp, and we had a G sharp 7 that resolved to C sharp. But we were to be playing a melody, let's say, whistling a tune that used notes from A major. But we have this feeling in the harmony that when we arrive at C sharp from our G sharp 7, that we have returned home, we've hit home base, then you would find that your melody took on the personality of what people call Phrygian, a Phrygian tonality, a modal tonality. So when we talk about A, B, and C sharp in this way, it's important to call them modal tonics. In A Ionian, which is also the same as A major, A is our modal tonic. In B Dorian, B is our modal tonic. In Phrygian, C sharp is our modal tonic. And in all of those different modes, the tonic feels like the place that we've arrived. And one of the simplest ways to create that feeling is to take its relative fifth chord, whatever fifth chord, this fifth scale degree from that note, and create this resolution from a 5 chord to a 1 chord, or from the dominant chord to the tonic chord. Now we're going to continue on.